You've returned.
You did it. You actually brought me back from the dead.
Of course I did.
Did you get a chance to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
Then we found Calliope.
Calliope, but her Eidolon is inside you. How
It doesn't work like that. The Eidolon is only a part of an idol. The rest just...
Calliope told us what happened. The prophecy, how you warned her, how you've been lying to us. You knew. You knew the truth this entire time, even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes. Yes, I did.
It's really kind of messed up because he could have helped her from the very beginning. He was going to condemn her to death and then elongated her death, and he could have provided the answers and held back. It's really hard to feel sympathy for Apollo right now because he did F up royally. Also, I'm a little worried about what we did with Freddy. I thought Grace was going to end up staying there. Part of me was also hoping that by giving up the Eidolon, the Last Muse died, and that would fulfill the prophecy. I don't know how Freddy's going to take that. I don't know. I really don't know where we're at right now.
Is there more you haven't told me? Did you know about the Furies as well?
No. I didn't know how Calliope died.
But you knew Athena was behind it.
I thought I could nudge you in the right direction. Help you find the truth without learning about the prophecy.
Well, you failed. We know it now.
Well, then it's done. You're locked into it, as is Freddy. Athena will want her dead, too.
You're right. I actually hadn't considered that part.
I'm so sorry, Grace. I never meant for this to happen.
That's right. Leave. It's what you're best at.
Yo, what did we do? Did we just screw up everything?
I don't know how this will affect your trial. We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. You're not the Last Muse any longer. After all, your Freddy isn't on trial. Yet if Athena believes you both need to die in order to save the idols, she'll find a way.
I don't even know what to say here, y'all. These choices are getting more and more difficult. I don't know anymore.
Look, about what happened in Hades.
Which part? The part where you denied me the throne, or the part where I lied to you so I could use you? You did what you had to do, and I won't say I didn't have it coming. It's freeing, in a way. I intend to keep my promise. We go to the trial and I'll help you, even if it means overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But what about...
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
Well, I can't make people sing anymore, so that's one issue. This is my last chance to speak to anyone before the trial. Y'all, let's start with Pan. Holy hell. Holy hell, can't make anybody sing, so I hope y'all were done with the songs, because they are over with.
Pan? Are you here? Pan! All right then. Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore. You're not here to yell at me, are you?
No, I just wanted to talk.
Oh. Now you've got my ears quivering, Grace. Whatever could we have to discuss?
I know you weren't behind Calliope's murder.
Oh, then you've learned something, haven't you? Something not exactly pleasant. I see. Isn't that always the way? Tell you what, Grace. Let's indulge in one last transaction. Relay what you've learned, and I'll see if I have any advice to offer.
Okay, where do I begin?
Well, of course it was Athena.
Wait, you knew?
No, how could I?
So what now?
Let the prophecy play out.
Huh?
Let it play out. It doesn't say the Last Muse will die, just that she must for the idols to continue. Perhaps the idols shouldn't continue. Seems reasonable enough.
I'm glad to hear that, Pan. Wild audio jumps all around in this game.
Oh, so just let the idols die off. You'd be okay with that?
Did the prophecy say precisely that? Prophecies can be such tricksy little bastards. Frankly, change is long overdue. Continuing on as we have been isn't appealing, and I doubt I'm the only one who thinks so. I'm rather looking forward to the trial now. How exciting.
Now, the response I expected from Pan, but also doesn't seem to be a complete dick about things, so I'm trusting Pan won't go and blow this whole thing up, whatever we told him. Next up, we've got Apollo.
Oh, it's you. Paul comes in, mopier than his usual mopey self, and won't say a word about why. But of course, it's you.
Look, I know you care about Apollo. I'm not here to hurt him.
Uh-huh, yeah. And, why should I believe you?
Because I just came to talk. I want to sort this out. If I can.
I guess I can go ask him if he wants to talk to you. Don't be surprised if he says no, though.
It's all right, Oracle. I think Grace and I need a moment alone, if you please.
Oh, sure. Don't mind me. It's not like I was in the middle of anything.
Oracle.
I know how Persephone feels. But not you. You'd have every right to be furious with me.
And I am.
I'm not. I was surprised, sure. But I get why you did it. I think.
I wanted you to find out about Athena without learning the prophecy. To be honest, I was relieved when you chose Persephone, even though I was worried she might lead you astray. When I first became Apollo, I was so sure I could help people. Help the world. I ignored the warnings. You have no idea how many lives I ruined before I stopped. I never should have given in to Athena. This one time, I thought that maybe it will be different.
Well, couldn't it be? You said yourself, prophecies don't always work the way you think they will.
Yeah, that's true. I did say that. I hope you can forgive me, Grace.
Get over yourself. That'd be screwed up.
I hope that one day we'll be as close friends as you were with Calliope.
I guess all that remains is the trial. Whatever happens, Grace, I'll be standing right there by you.
Thank you.
Man, our story is unfolding in it's just been such a damn journey. I'm starting to feel it. So now we've got two individuals left, Persephone and Freddy. I'm really curious to see what Freddy has to say to us. Who do we leave for last? Do we go ahead and confront Persephone, or do we... Let's go Freddy. I hope we didn't bring back a zombie.
Freddy, can we talk? Freddy, please. Whatever I did, I need to make it right. Talk to me. Hey. Freddy, are you okay?
No. No, I'm really not. Why did you do it, Grace? You brought me back. You made me the muse.
Yeah, what's giving up immortality for your best friend in the entire universe?
No, I'm serious.
And I'm not. Freddy, I'd do anything for you. Just like you'd do anything for me.
Grace, I told you that I was at peace with my decision. I've watched the struggles you've had as the muse, and now you've thrown them all on me. You didn't even ask.
You don't wish you were still dead, do you? Did I screw up?
I don't know.
That's complicated. Yeah, I don't even,
Hey, it's okay. I'm here to...
I should have picked
Tell
that
me
one.
what's wrong, Fred.
I came back from the dead. And I was actually dead. And I'm not the same now. I've changed. And it's not just being the muse. I'm different, and so are you, and nothing between us can ever be the same again.
Of course it'll be the same. Why wouldn't it?
Grace, I sacrificed myself because I love you. I'm in love with you. And I have been for a really long time.
Well, duh. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a
Well, that's ironic.
What is?
I, feel the same way. I always have.
Oh. Well, I thought you and Persephone were...
It's complicated. Be hard, but also it needs to be done. Look, one of them died for Grace. One of them tried to manipulate Grace so that they could get back their throne. I'm sure Persephone and Grace have something special through that rebelliousness, that fire. But clearly these two have had something for each other for a very long time. Best friends since high school, unrequited love, all that good stuff. and she gave up godhood for her. 2 acts of sacrifice equals love. 1 act of manipulation equals I'll catch you on Tinder.
We were. At least, I thought we were. But after Hades, and if I had known you felt that way.
Oh,
Why do you think I joined your band? After college, we started drifting apart.
why do you think I started the band? All this time. And neither of us said anything.
Seems like y'all said it a lot.
I never said anything because I didn't want to lose my best friend. I still don't.
You still might. The trial's tomorrow. Athena doesn't know about me. Once she does, I'm the last muse. She's gonna want me dead, isn't she?
We can still get through this, Fred.
Yeah, but even if we do, I'll keep changing. And when I start becoming Calliope, will I still love you?
I don't know.
That's complicated.
Now every word's been said. I can't think of any more to fix what's broken. So many books I've read, and still not a word of anything could reveal how this feels. Only if we could have been brave on time, knowing how we should have been loving all this time. I would prefer that we were late then, never together again. What you don't get is death. I died. You and I are not the same people who we once knew. Only if we could have been brave on time, knowing how we should have been loving all this time. Only if we could just escape demise. I'll always love you, Grace. But is it too late? Too late?
Well, now we gotta tell Persephone that it's off. Hopefully that doesn't get us killed, but you know, it is what it is at this point. Damn, dude. Damn. The choices we've made. This game, it makes you feel like you've made some choices and you gotta live with them, because damn.
Did you forget something, Grace?
It felt like we hadn't quite finished our conversation.
It seemed pretty finished to me. What more is there to discuss?
We could talk about what happened in Hades. We were kind of interrupted by Freddy, and then everything.
What else could we have said, Grace? Yelled at each other more, perhaps?
If it'd help, yeah.
Calliope would not have approved of the way I acted. But then she seldom did. It was so good to see her in Hades. To have her say she forgives me. I just wish it were as easy to forgive myself.
Could start over seems like the charming
You
answer.
could apologize, you know. We could start over, from square one.
You shatter my throne without so much as a by your leave. And I'm the one who apologizes?
I could go first, if you like. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too, believe it or not. Is that better?
It's a start.
Do you regret it? Surrendering your Eidolon?
A little bit. Only because what's going on with Freddy.
Not yet, but we'll see what happens at the trial.
I wonder if I could have done as much for anyone. You do realize you may have brought your friend back, only to doom her to a quick death.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You gave her your new life. And you get to walk away as if nothing ever happened.
Only if we survive. And I would never walk away from a friend.
That's that. I was wondering how there was going to play out, whether there was going to be some, are we over or blah, blah, blah. But that seems to be the end of their story. One last location. And I gotta say, I do feel a little regret in giving it up to Freddy. I truly did not cross my mind for a second that we were also kind of dooming Freddy and giving her life. Brought her back from the dead where she had already gone through the pain of dying and was at peace with where she was at. Forced her back into life and then gave her the prospect of dying again. That was dumb. Or maybe not dumb, but it was just like in the moment of feeling Grace, she felt like Grace would literally do anything for her friend. And there may be some guilt there in that she didn't want to bring her friend along, but she allowed her friend to come along even though she knew the danger. And she was right, her friend died. So there would be that guilt of like wanting to pay that back. If there was any opportunity to like to erase a mistake, that was it, and she would have done anything for it. Without even thinking, like I didn't think about what that consequence meant of giving that Eidolon up for Freddy. Interesting that this is taking place at the auditorium where it all started. What is with the audio? Oh my god.
So this is it. You're back where you started, with nothing to show for it. Tomorrow we head to the trial. And who knows what'll happen. Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. All my life I have been carried through. At the mercy of tides I lay unproved. But now I stand oar in hand, hoping my choices won't sink me. What can I do?
I'm a boat lost at sea. Can I build sails, find a breeze, own my own destiny?
Oh. Completed her song. I don't know what's about to happen.
Okay, here we go. Hello?
Oh, Grace, there you are. Everyone is already waiting for you on Olympus.
I thought this was Olympus.
Not this office building. My word, no.
Why does Hermes look like that?
Welcome to Old Olympus, dear.
Is this a real place?
It's the memory of a real place, which for us is the same thing. Let's begin, shall we?
Who are those other people?
Brothers, sisters, everyone, look around you. We few who remain fled to this new land to escape the war, but we are not out of danger. I waited to tell you until I was certain, and now I am. The idols are dying. It will not be long before even our immortality deserts us. The time for extreme measures has arrived.
Extreme measures, such as murder. Would you sacrifice idols to save them, Athena? Seems counterproductive, doesn't it?
It is not unknown for a physician to cut off a limb in order to save the patient.
Oh, that's what you are? The heroic doctor, out to heal the poor, sick idols?
I am trying to save us! I will do anything and everything in my power and beyond to save us from extinction.
Anything, huh?
And who might you be, my dear?
That's Freddie, the woman I love. And she's also the new muse.
I didn't mean to say that last part.
That's impossible. Do you think us fools? Grace is standing right here, alive and well.
Yeah, you see, Grace gave up her eidolon to bring me back from Hades. Seems that's a thing you can do. Don't suppose that changes your plans for the trial at all, does it?
The eidolon was not Grace's to pass on, so I'm afraid You'll have to share her fate, Freddy.
It must be difficult. Feeling as if everything is on your shoulders, and yours alone. One moment of weakness and it all falls apart. You've been doing this for so long, you don't even know how to stop, do you?
Oh, dear child. Why on earth would I stop?
Because what you've done is wrong. If it wasn't, then why not come clean? Go on. Tell them about Apollo's prophecy. The idols cannot continue so long as the Last Muse lives. Isn't that how it goes?
It's true.
What do we do, y'all? What do we do? Do we accuse her? You become a monster. You can still stop this.
This is your chance to end it, Athena. Your last chance. I know you want to save the idols, but there has to be some part of you that understands you've gone too far.
Nothing is too far!
No? Not even murdering Calliope? Freddy? Me? Tell them.
Yes, it's me.
Well, duh.
It's me. Of course, it's me. The one who gets it done. Don't you see? It had to be. You all turn away when I got the fish. Then you cry, hooray, once it's on the dish. That's how we do this. Yes, we. Yes, you and me. I have always cared for you. I'll always do all these things for you. All these things that you are not prepared to do. You, it's not just you. Time to put you in check. There are other idols too. You irritating speck.
Aren't you aware?
It's time. These people time to wring your neck.
If only you knew that you can't force the future. If only you knew it's not just another thing you can seduce.
If only I lived in a quaint little pond like you. Only if I could just lie there and any time I moved, I'd tremble a reed or two.
Yes, there's a lot at stake. But remember, when the idols came to this new world, it was the right call for you to make. The right chance to take.
None of you see. So it's down to me. It's fine. I'll take all the blame. I'll take all the pain. scrap, you wanna make the call, you need to hold the map, you cloistered children. It's time for you and all who stand with you. Yes, you too. Form a queue. Time to follow through. Hey, y'all, now listen, I'll be crystal clear. I'm saying this to everybody here. No substitutions, no, you're all too dear. We're keeping everybody leaves this place alive.
I'm okay dying again if it's with you. You're the only place to be. I was so low I nearly withdrew. Now I'm here because she inspired me.
Really? Pan, you?
The way I see it, if you have to take Grace, then you definitely have to take me.
Of course, it's me. Because of me, this prophecy would come to be. My Olympus is gone, and you're all looking on at a stranger wearing my face. My Olympus is gone. Now I'm some other one. Just how long has she been in place? Give it time, you'll find even an island drift. You don't notice 'cause it only moves in teeny tiny shifts. There was a voice in me that shouted, Athena, you be strong. Be strong. No cost is great enough. It was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong, and now I don't know what the right thing is. I leave it up to you what to do with this. All these years you ruled this place. I think it's time you made some space. Enough of you. It's overdue. Step away. Let it go.
treasure hands should steer this boat and sail it to something new.
Whoa, that was a lot.
Are you finished? You've been talking forever.
We're done, yes.
And? So you're in charge now, I'm guessing.
I am, though I'll admit, the victory seems rather hollow. The idols could still be dying. If that's so, then I'll simply be presiding over our final days.
Is there some way to fix it? Athena obviously didn't know everything, no matter how wise she was.
I don't know. Where would we even begin?
Such an effort could prove futile. We might have to accept the possibility that the idols can't be saved.
Perhaps what the idols need most is change. I don't know if I have any say in this, but have you considered rejoining the real world? Stop hiding in the shadows, get rid of the chorus and all its rules, and just help each other instead.
I'm with Freddy. How much has hiding really helped you?
We know what happened the last time mortals found out about us.
Maybe I was the only one listening to Grace's song. Surviving is what's been killing you. We need to do something new.
She's right.
I should know better than anyone the futility of doing the same thing over and over again to no result.
Is that a yes?
Yes. Heavens help me. But yes.
I didn't really want this chair anyhow. I agree. Let's do it.
Just like that? You're sure about this? I was expecting more argument.
So was I. Usually we can't even order breakfast without arguing.
Yeah, I was not expecting you to just run with it like that.
We've all been thinking about it for years. It's what Calliope fought for, in fact.
I wish she could have been here to see this day.
In a way, she is.
Not yet, but that make prophecy technically did come fulfilled. The last muse did die.
If there's no chorus, does that mean idols just do whatever they want?
As much as anyone can.
And Medusa? She's off the leash, as it were?
Medusa has offered to live in the reliquary. Frankly, I think she's relieved.
As for the rest of us, we'll be subject to mortal authorities and their laws.
These authorities. Do you think we could ask them about Hephaestus?
Yes. Yes, I imagine we could.
Yeah, what's going on with him now?
What about Athena? There's no way she'll be okay with this.
She won't fight it. She said, and I quote, "Whatever your decision, I will abide by it."
The new improved meek Athena?
The fight's just not in her anymore. She was so certain she was doing the right thing.
Well, we'll see how long this new Athena lasts.
Sucks that we don't have the clever.
Yeah, I can't believe you're so ready to give up that chair.
It won't be a hardship. Athena wore the fabric rather thin.
You know what I mean.
I told you I could change. All of us are long overdue, frankly.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I would have been proud to serve in your course, sister.
Thank you, brother. Truly. Well, we have a lot of anxious idols to inform, shall we?
If it's okay, could we catch up with you? I'd just like to talk to Grace for a minute.
We'll be outside. Make it quick.
So, well, that was pretty wild, huh? You did it. You got through your trial unscathed.
We did it. We got through the trial together, side by side.
I didn't have a choice, Grace.
Sure you did. Athena didn't know you were the Muse. You could have stayed away.
And let you go through that alone? Not a chance.
I would have been lost without you.
I know things were pretty intense before the trial. I still don't know how I feel about us, about everything. And I understand if you wanted to get as far away from me and the idols as you could. Especially now that things are about to get weird.
Let's slow things down. After all of that, are you kidding me?
You need me. The idols need me.
But we'll get by. Probably. What I'm saying is, you don't need to feel obligated.
I like being needed.
Oh, thank God. I was so sure that you were gonna leave. I mean, you're free to go now, right?
And miss being high priestess to the goddess of late night lattes? Absolutely not.
I still need some time to figure us out.
Yeah, take all the time you need. We have that now.
Okay then. Ready to go out there and face the music?
Always. Of course you're all here. Why wouldn't you be?
We were waiting for you.
They just showed up. I didn't think you'd mind too much.
I trust our many fans weren't giving you trouble at school. How do you feel?
I'm exhausted.
I think it's wonderful you've returned to your schooling. You even have the Oracle considering it.
Tell her to expect a lot of people following her around asking every question possible about the idols.
I doubt she'll be as patient as you, Grace.
A lot's been going on here, too. You want to hear the gauze?
Oh, yes, I do. Oh, look, there's photos up there, too. Persephone playing the piano and singing. Got Eros, looks like he's raving. Hey, he got outside. Well, I can't tell if he's outside. Maybe he's outside. If they know about the idols, maybe they know about Minotaurs. Some cool ones with Hermes. Got the Oracle. Yeah, oh, this all looks wonderful. Just great. The owl is still doing its thing. Let's start with the, Athena.
Has anyone heard about Athena? It's been a while.
The revelation of the idols to the mortal world went far better than she could have dreamed. I think it shook her.
Well, she was wrong about a great many things.
As the goddess of wisdom, that's not an easy realization. So she left. Back to the old world.
Well, isn't she at risk there? All alone?
Well, I asked her to go. There's so many of us who went missing during the war. The idols going public might bring them out of hiding. Athena wanted to leave, and this gave her a purpose. We'll see if anything comes of it.
It may not be the justice she deserves. She did kill Calliope, right? Calliope, no matter what, is still stuck down in Hades. But it's what you would feel Freddie, and more importantly, Grace would want. Up next, we've got...
Is Hermes still around? I'm surprised they're not here with the rest of you.
Well, we've barely seen them of late.
I see them online all the time. They're a big hit. Their videos are hilarious.
Hermes has been busy. They've become a social media darling, or so the Oracle tells me.
The truly amusing part is that they're not even trying to be famous. They simply can't help it.
Hermes likes to people please, it's true.
And they get a lot of free shoes and concert tickets.
Hopefully it won't backfire on them. Fame is a double-edged sword.
Hermes lives a charmed life. Never fear.
Well, it's odd seeing their face on so many billboards, but I agree. Let Hermes have their fun.
That makes the most absolute sense. Love that for Hermes.
What about Pan? I haven't seen him since the trial.
No one's seen him.
Should we be worried? It is Pan, and what he does will reflect on us all.
He's probably off fleecing widows out of their pensions as we speak.
Pan is harmless.
Mostly harmless.
As far as I can tell, he did regret his involvement in Calliope's death. He'll lay low. At least for a time.
He'll be back with some new scheme to make us all groan.
You're not wrong.
Get off my man Pan's dick, bro. Let this man live. I've been trying my best to make Pan be a good guy, and I swear they will not let this man live. Every time I turn around, boy, that was still negative about Pan. Pan couldn't work at like a jazz musician or something. Pan couldn't be an announcer. Pan couldn't do all this. Man, all right. Let Pan live.
Is there any word yet on Aphrodite and Eros? They left the city a while ago.
Eros sent word, yes. Aphrodite has started a spiritual retreat in the mountains?
Let's call it a cult.
Whatever it is, he says it's been helping her. Being the goddess of love to the world once more has at last brought her peace.
Isn't she at all concerned about, being captured by mortals again?
Hence why she surrounded herself with only those who shower her with adoration.
As I recall, sister, you also headed several cults across the centuries.
The Eleusinian mysteries weren't about shoring up my ego, Apollo.
What about Venus? Did she go with them?
The mortal? I don't believe so. Last I heard, she opened a gallery. Aphrodite's become her patron.
Venus has painted most of the idols. I sat for her last week, in fact. It's made her rather successful.
Okay, love that. Not sure how I feel about the whole cult thing. Why did Apollo say the mortal like that? Like he kind of looks down on him, the mortal. Then we've got Hecate.
What about Hecate and Asterion? Are they still at the reliquary?
Asterion is not, currently. He's going to appear on the next season of that, television dating show.
What? I thought that was just a rumor.
No. He is really doing it.
Asterion's rather thrilled at all the attention. Last I spoke to him.
I don't understand the appeal.
Of a giant bull man? Clearly, you have not been anywhere on the internet.
As for Hecate, there's little chance of her leaving the reliquary. I assume she's the same as always.
She is. Hecate enjoys the solitude. At any rate, she claims everything will change for us soon enough.
It is written, I'm guessing.
Naturally.
As long as it's written for the good. Again, why is everybody getting these great backstories for themselves and not my man Pan? Why ain't Pan playing professional? I was gonna say football. He's too skinny for football. Track, something.
And Medusa? I take it she's no longer at the reliquary.
She was. For a few months.
There was an incident involving Hecate's new cat.
Oh no, not Sherbert.
Medusa was beside herself with apologies, but needless to say, she moved on rather quickly. We're not certain where.
You're saying Medusa is out there on the loose?
Not quite.
Medusa believed she might not be able to control her, appetite, so she asked us to put her in contact with the mortal government. They took her somewhere. It was her decision. The government is grateful. They even suggested we might see Hephaestus again.
Aphrodite's husband? He's alive?
So it appears. Who knows what he's been doing for the mortals since the war, but it would raise all our spirits to see him again.
Terrible, terrible things. If I know Hephaestus, and I do based off this game, he's done terrible things to this planet. Get him out of there. Also, I'm worried about Medusa. She's kind of she's a tragedy, right? She's a tragic, not heroine, but tragic villain, because it's not her fault that Athena cursed her, and it's not her fault that she can't stop eating people or cats, apparently. Like, that's her curse. And she even recognizes it, and then to be asked to be taken by I can only assume the American government, he's in about 7 different jars now. Poor Medusa. And then, of course, the lady of the hour.
I'd like to know what you've been up to, Freddy.
You mean other than incessantly talking about you?
I don't talk about Grace that much. Do I?
I think it's rather commendable how you've taken the remaining idols at Olympus under your wing.
Well, someone has to do it. Just yesterday, I was teaching Athena how to ride a bus. She was so mortified.
All this while preparing for your next big venture. Busy is our new muse.
That's supposed to be a secret.
Wait, what's this?
Well, I figured once you were done with your schooling, you might want to, I don't know, come with me. I mean, I thought maybe you missed being the muse. A little. So we could try the band again. Go on tour.
Duh.
Muse teams up with former Muse to spread music to the world.
I guess. Maybe.
That's awesome. I love it.
Good, because I've been arranging dates at clubs across the country. You two only need to give me the word.
Loving it.
What about you, Apollo? Still planning on leaving the city?
Soon, I think. All the attention on the idols is proving rather taxing.
Ooh, running away again, brother.
I suppose you could say that. Really, I just came by to see Grace and apologize one last time.
I told you don't need to keep doing that.
Yes, well, I'm glad things worked out as they did. You'll all be fine without me.
One day you will learn, brother. Not today, but someday.
Weird how the audio cuts in and out right there. It's like it's trying to compile all the data based off the choices we've made to determine what their next answer should be, and then it's got to think about it and then input the right sentence. Still, little sad. He's slacking on that backbone, but we can understand why he slacks on the backbone, at least when it comes to Calliope and Grace and Persephone. Sad, but makes sense. And then Persephone.
How about you, Persephone? Any big changes?
Not unless you count my many trips to Hades. No, it's business as always.
Trips to Hades?
I am no longer its queen, but I am still the most familiar with its workings. And Hades is changing. Perhaps it's the mere fact that the mortal world is aware of us again. I don't know. Or something else is stirring.
Oh, that's not ominous whatsoever.
Is this something we should be concerned about, sister?
Not yet. I'll let you know.
Oh, God.
As for everything else, the club continues, more popular than ever. The world turns. What more is there to say?
Say more about Hades. What the hell is happening in Hades? I thought she was taking trips because Calliope was down there, and they were, little after-death action. But what's going on in Hades? That's all I can ask about.
I still can't believe it's all over.
Oh, it's scarcely over, Grace. Now that you've toppled the castle, it's barely just begun.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Come on, Grace, we both did. And it was amazing.
Perhaps we should leave you alone, Grace. You must be tired from your trip.
perhaps a round of drinks at the underworld, in Calliope's honor.
I'd like that, actually.
If you both don't mind, could Grace and I catch up?
Don't take too long, you two, or we'll start drinking without you.
Oh, they've mended the relationship.
Okay, so, I have been doing some thinking, and I have something to say. The way I obsessed over you all those years, it wasn't healthy, was it? And maybe our relationship changing is a good thing. I'm an adult now. We need to do this over and do it right.
Does that mean you forgive me?
Within me there will always be something left behind in shadow. I'm tethered to you, I'm free. I've known I've loved you before. We were grown, never alone. Only, if only, we can be brave this time. Finally, Grace, you and me. It wasn't too late, it was fate. I've spent so long yearning, observing, seeking the light of your eyes. Now I return, nothing left in reserve. Your eyes, a sunrise. Only, if only, we can be brave this time. Finally, Grace, you and me. It wasn't too late. It was fate.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. What an adventure we went on with this one. I am gonna be sad to say goodbye to this game and this world. Truly, truly, truly sad. I don't even want to stop the music, but unfortunately we have to because I know this video is already long. So I will see you all on the Steam page for our final thoughts on Stray Gods. Well, here we are on the Steam page for Stray Gods. I gotta tell y'all, I knew this was gonna happen about midway through this game, and I'm definitely feeling it. I'm gonna miss the hell out of this world. I'm gonna miss the hell out of the characters, especially Grace. I feel like in that short span of time, well, short for y'all, but for me, it was a pretty long time. Like, I was editing videos and then having to replay the game. So I've definitely put, how much time have I put in this game? Put 15 hours in this game. I think this is like a 5-hour adventure, right? If you can play it straight through. I'm gonna miss Grace. Truly. I'm gonna miss listening to her story, helping her uncover the secrets of this world, meeting these cool gods. Like, I'm gonna really, really miss all of this. So much so that I may even have to go back and play on my own time and just kind of see some of the alternatives. The problem with that is I can already feel that I don't want to. Our ending, our story was so good and felt so uniquely us that I really don't want to mess with it. I don't want to see any other kind of different ending. It can't get any better than what we saw, to me. We survived. Freddy came around. Grace and Freddy ended up together. Apollo and Persephone rebuilt their relationship. They're calling themselves brother and sister again. Still a little upset about my man Pan, but maybe they'll fix that later on. I just thought this was a really good story from beginning to end. This is a movie. It's a movie. And I can't wait for somebody out there, off of the success of Last of Us, to go, we don't need to stay in the horror world. We don't have to adopt only horror properties. We don't have to adopt only action. Let's go take Stray Gods the musical and turn that into a film, because the plot line is there, the story is there. There are some things that can be fleshed out, but you can see it, right? You can see how great this would function on the big screen. This story, told the way it was told to us, I don't see how it doesn't do well. I don't see how people don't run to the theaters to check this out. This was such a fun experience. I love the characters. I love the art style. I love the design. The music I thought was really great. There were two songs that stood out to me. There was Aphrodite's song, and there was just, again, I don't know what it was, but it just hit me in a real emotional way. I felt the strength of the performance of Aphrodite. I love the chorus as everybody joined in to harmonize with her. And I love the conclusion of her choosing to embrace the pain and continue to thrive, which so many of us have to do in this world to survive. And then the second song that really stood out to me, I guess there was three songs, was the Orpheus song. I like that one. It was shorter compared to the rest. I wish it had been longer. We would have gotten more time with Orpheus, but I can understand that, it wasn't supposed to be a big deal. He was just supposed to be a character to stand in the way of Persephone, to give us some kind of conflict to unfold between Persephone and something. So I understand his point. And then the third song being the one right before the final song, which is the Athena song. And it started off so grand. Like I said, I thought it kind of middled there towards the end. I didn't really like how it kind of concluded, but that beginning was such a strong... Well, that's not true, because I liked when everybody joined in. That was a powerful moment to see everybody that we had talked to and kind of developed relationships with step forward and say, if you're going to kill her, you're going to have to kill us too. And I'm not sure what exactly that meant towards the Fates or the Furies, why that alone made them stop. Maybe it was Athena who saw that and made them stop. I hope it was Athena, because that would be a plot hole to me, because everybody was talking about how these beings don't stop for anything. They're not going to stop hunting or trying to kill you until they kill you. But in this moment where everybody was like, hey, stop, they were like, okay, we'll stop. I'm hoping that the real reason is Athena saw that and was like, okay, we're going to take them back. But I love that. I love that coming together. I could watch that last part of them coming together and, like, sticking up for again and again, because I felt like our choices mattered in that determination. I felt like we made the right decisions to bring them there. And if you look at our decisions, it wasn't great for everybody. Like, we went off on Apollo in the very beginning. Pan, we distrusted and told him to go F off at one point. Persephone, we basically broke her heart, though she didn't seem like she was broken hearted at all, which I also love. I love that this wasn't a game where, like, if you break this person's heart, they're like, oh, woe is me, game is over, I'm just gonna fuck you. No, she was like, honestly, it almost felt like she was like, of course I'm not going to be your lover. Like, it was cute, whatever we had, but also I'm a god that's centuries and centuries and centuries old. This little thing, whatever this was, is not about to stop me or break me. It was tortured for Hades, by Hades, or who's the Greek underworld god? Hades, right? Yeah, Hades. They were calling underworld Hades. I don't know. The point is, I love that the actions we made sense for the characters, and at the end, they still showed up for us, regardless of how our relationships might have fluctuated. I love that. It felt real. That's the key. It feels real, and that's what I'm going to miss about this world, is that although it's this out-of-this-world experience, the themes resonate in a way that feel pertinent. Look at me using all these big words, man. I'm studying TI or something. That feel pertinent to the situations a lot of us find us in, the feelings of unrequited love, the feelings of sacrifice, of family, of doing whatever it takes to protect those that you love. It all, man, it was just done really well to me. With our ending, I find it happy. It'll be curious to see if this does well, what the sequel will tackle. I think, obviously, with the setup of something going on in Hades, that's a really perfect setup. They don't spend too much time on it. They just drop it that, hey, I don't know what, but something's happening and Hades is changing. And I can only assume, my initial assumption is that by us pulling Freddy from Hades, we've upset the natural balance of things, right? Because everybody said that there's no pulling a spirit. No god has that power. And we did it. So I can only assume that's awakened something that's gonna want some kind of payback, right? There's a price to pay for what we've done, and we haven't paid it yet. Also, there's something to be said about Freddy coming back and now having to deal with Calliope's memories eventually returning. And in her song, let's not forget, she does make mention that there is a part of her missing that's still stuck in the Shadowland, in Hades. And to me, although we've got this happy ending with these two coming together and loving each other, we've seen time and time again in stories what happens when you pull somebody back from death. They don't come back right. And she's been saying that she's not right. And I think she's trying to express it the best way she can. But I think she doesn't feel right internally. Like something doesn't feel centered. And it probably worries her because she's wondering, what am I now? And that could be explored in the sequel, and I would love to see that. I'm hoping that doesn't end in a bad thing, but clearly things aren't 100% okay with Freddy, because that was a drastic change of pulling her back from dead, literally, to now be an idol, and then what that means for Calliope and her memories and things like that. So, again, I mean, I could sit here and talk about this game all day, but I know this video is running long. I really, really enjoyed my time, and it's hard to want to click in on the recording because I don't want to say goodbye to it, but I know we've got to. There's so many other games that we've got to dive into and play. Thank you all for going on this journey with me and this adventure. It's crazy how many people decided to go ahead and jump out the shadows and click the subscribe button. I really appreciate each and every one of you. It was a pleasure speaking with some of you in the comments, like Yorkie. Thank you for interacting and leaving your thoughts. I can't wait to see what you think about this ending, and I can't wait to hear about what your ending was and how it differed from ours. And if you played the game, I'd love to hear what your endings are as well. Drop those in the comments below, because I just love to see how many variations there are depending on like who is there in your apartment. Is there a variation where Persephone's not there? Is there a variation where Apollo's not there? Is there a variation where Pan is there? Is there a variation where Grace isn't there, like she dies? Is there a variation where Freddy isn't there? Like, there's so many ways that I could see this going, but I'm happy with the one we got. So again, thank you all so much for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I look forward to seeing you in our next adventure. Hopefully it's as grand as Stray Gods. Big shoes to fill, but we can hope. Until then, I'm your host, JLW, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Deuces. Yeah, I could be an idol.